Hey, my name is Matthew Haydock. I'm 180 centimeters tall, and these are my top 3 tips for a chat to camera. Before we get started, make sure that you like the video and subscribe to the channel. And if you really enjoy my content, then check me out on Instagram. I'd like to post things and put up stories and ask a couple questions every now and then. If you already know what a chat to camera is, then you can go to this timestamp in the description and just go straight to the tips. If not, then keep watching. A chat to camera is a way for casting directors and producers to get a sense of your personality and help make you stand out amongst the rest. Tip number 1, pre-prepare. Yeah, it may seem obvious to sort of have an idea to what you're talking about, but I would go as far as to say give yourself a mini script. The best thing you can do is to make sure that you look confident when you come into the room and not nervous. If you already know what you're going to say, you're going to be a lot less nervous than if you start stuttering over your words and trying to think of what you want to say on the spot. Tip number 2. Always smile. Yeah, it may seem obvious when you're not in the room, but I have seen so many actors when they're doing the chat to camera not smiling. Remember, this is the first time the production team is actually going to get a chance to see who you are. You want to make sure that they get the best impression that they can. And smiles are infectious. They're going to start smiling when you start smiling. And finally, tip number 3. Relax. Nervousness is the one thing that you absolutely cannot hide while you're on film. If you're nervous, then they're going to know it. Just take a few deep breaths before you actually get into the room or you start recording and relax. This will help so much. And a bonus tip on the topic of breathing, breathe. It is so important to take a breath. I have been in so many times where I have been going through the entire time just not actually breathing and just doing all the words as they come out, and then suddenly you start to get really, really tense, and then you feel really, really bad, and you actually don't know what you're doing anymore, and then you start getting really nervous, and then everything starts getting here, and then you finally realize that you actually need to take a breath. Take breaths regularly. Breathe while you're on film. It is actually normal. And those are my top 3 tips for a chat to camera. I hope that you learned something new, and if these are all things that you already knew, I hope that they reminded you. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time. Catch you later.